Hello, I'm Nathan Judo. I'm here with Wolves reporter. It is Mr. Joe Edwards. Joe, we got there in the end. Wolves 2, Palace 0. Wasn't a classic, but job done. That's what they need to do. The most important thing was to win tonight, and they've done just that.
Yeah, you take the result out of the performance all day long. I mean, this wasn't a classic Wolves display to write home about by any means, but it's a 2-0 win. It's exactly what you wanted pretty much going into it. A win, a decent cushion. If you're being really picky, maybe turn the screw and get a third towards the end, but they were never in trouble once they got those 2 goals. A comfortable victory in the end, despite being far from their best on the night.
Well, yeah, and look, a lot of people thought this was going to be a gimme. Palace, nothing to play for, they're on the beach, but goodness me, if that Jeffrey Schlupp goal goes in, at the start, and they were asleep, Wolves, and they were pretty much for the first 20 minutes, we could have had a very different game.
A very different game indeed. Jeff Schlupp's got to put that away, really. It's a poor miss from him, but it turned out good for Wolves. I mean, for large parts of the game, Wolves were quite. I mean, especially in the first half, they didn't have a lot of the ball at all. But then just kind of turned on the style when they needed to do it. Martinez with an absolutely sumptuous pass. Filth-inducing, whatever you want to call it. Just over to Doherty, who lays it on a plate for the smallest man on the pitch, Daniel Podence, to head in for his first Wolves goal, and then the second.
Probably his first ever headed goal.
Yeah, well, he tried another one in the second half.
He did, yeah, heading over a heading double, yeah.
But then, the second goal, really nice way to wrap it up. I mean, the young lad Mitchell did all right against Traore on the whole, but Traore got the better of him for that one, got it over to Johnny, who kind of shimmied it back onto his right foot, far corner, finished it like any top striker, really. So, as a 90 minutes, wasn't anything to write home about, but 2 moments of real quality. See Wolves through.
Yeah, and look, destiny is in their own hands. We can talk about ifs, we can talk about buts, we can talk about Spurs, we can talk about Arsenal, but basically, if Wolves go to Chelsea on the last game of the season and they win, they're in at least minimum Europa League football next season, and that's all you can ask for, really.
Yeah,
well, you can also be 10 points clear, and probably in the Champions League already. But you know what I mean. Like, end of the day, Wolves are in the driving seat. Okay, Spurs have got great fixtures. Arsenal have still got a couple of games to come, albeit Watford and Villa are fighting for their lives. But if Wolves go and put on performances, and they have done that this season at Spurs and at Man City, and put in a kind of performance like that, then why can't they? Why can't they win?
Well, exactly. They've thrived under pressure so many times before, and you can tell they lap up this kind of pressure. I mean, Nuno said afterwards this team has clearly improved. I mean, you can just see from the table they've surpassed last season's points total, 59 to 57. But I think games like this show the improvement that they've made. Teams have come to Molineux many times before and kind of sat deep and tried to frustrate Wolves perhaps. I mean, Palace did have a bit of a go, but they weren't that adventurous. But Wolves have found a way. They've got themselves a 2-0 win. It's a massive win. I mean, they're going to the final day. Their destiny's in their own hands. They may fall short at Chelsea, but they've given themselves every chance in the world. And why not back them at Stamford Bridge? It's going to be tough, but Wolves have thrived in tough situations before.
Is it warmer in London? Is it warmer?
I don't know. What's going on here?
I'm so bloody cold.
All the way through tonight.
Freezing.
It's not like you're in the Arctic.
It's time to go on holiday, mate. That's all I'm saying. Good time to get some sunshine. I'm off to Heathrow pretty soon.
Switzerland's even colder than here, isn't it?
Oh, God, I hope not. Wolves 2. Who were we playing? Palace. All the post-match reaction. Make sure you log on to expressandStar.com.
baby.
Yeah.